increase sales using laws of marketing. That's what we're going to talk about. Laws of marketing. Well, you've probably got a winning product. Hopefully, you advertise and promote it to maximize it, and then promote it some more to really get it to take off. But after all that work, you feel like your sales are partly at best. So you improve your product and you give it a go again. And sales are still lower than you expect them or need them or want them to be. So what's going on? The problem may not be your product. Here's the thing. You can produce the finest product in your industry. But if you don't have the right offer and the right messaging, your sales will remain stagnant at best. Now, let's prove that to be true. In almost every major community in America, the restaurant that doesn't have the best food and for what you get, for what you pay, called value, isn't the greatest either. But in the majority of communities, they are the most profitable and they have the best sales. It's called McDonald's. Hey? They do a lot of things right. That's why. There's proof in every industry that it's not always the best product and service that wins, no matter what you think. So how to increase sales? First things first. Let's get one thing straight. If your product isn't good, it doesn't matter how much time and money you sink into promoting it, eventually your sales will fall flat, if they even materialize. Now, you might think that goes against what I just said about McDonald's, but McDonald's product isn't the worst in the world, okay? Now, for the sake of this discussion, we're going to assume that your product is great and it solves your customers' problems. That's the key. Think about that sentence really, really strong. Solves your customers' problems. Now, this doesn't mean that you shouldn't improve it. And we find a lot of businesses in this arena struggling with sales that have a good product. They just don't understand a couple of basic laws of marketing. These laws haven't changed in many, many decades. So in this discussion, we're going to break down 3 laws of marketing that drive product sales. And if you can grasp these 3 concepts and apply the changes based upon what we're going to outline here, you'll be able to better connect with your target audience and make them an irrefutable offer. So let's talk about the 3 laws of marketing that drive sales. We're going to talk about those 3. 1, the law of the unknown. 2, the law of offers. 3, the law of persuasion. Regardless of what you sell, information products, software, services, events, physical goods, we could go on and on and on, right? You can apply these laws to drive more sales. First, the law of the unknown. So you're selling a black box. This first law is more of a foundation upon which the other two laws work. The law of the unknown plays together with empathy toward your prospective clients and customers. We'll dive more into that a little bit later. But to understand how the law of the unknown plays a role in marketing, we got to talk about this hidden nature of the internet. 50 years ago, if you'd asked someone if they would spend thousands or even just hundreds of dollars on a product by looking at a few buttons on a screen, all right, yep, there were screens then, they would think you're nuts, crazy. Shopping was always a physical process. Sure, 1970, TV's been around a while. But still, that was just to get somebody in the store to physically shop. You'd walk into a store, you'd touch and feel the product, try it, talk to the sales associates in real time. And you'd get answers to your questions right then and there. While online shopping has become a staple nowadays, it's still hard for consumers to trust a brand that they can only interact with in front of a screen. People will arrive to your website feeling skeptical. Don't ever forget that. And according to Russ Henneberry, who was the impetus behind this article, he's a consultant, he's a speaker, and he's the author of Digital Marketing for Dummies. Your product is nothing more than a black box to consumers, no matter how known it is. They can't see inside it because they have no way to physically interact with it. It doesn't matter if you're selling digital products, software, physical goods, and event services. Your product is a mystery if consumers are not physically next to it, talking with a human being about it. All right? Your beautiful, unique product that you spent so much time creating, this is what it looks like to the consumer who doesn't trust you yet. Envision just a black box. That's it. Gray, white, whatever shade you want to make it, it's a box. No labels, no wording on it, nothing. It's a mystery box. Now, your job as the marketer is to make your product as tangible as possible so consumers trust in your brand and in your products. How do you remove this mystery? You empathize with prospective customers. Put yourself in your target audience shoes and look at your brand and products through their perspective. Set aside your own biases and your own experiences. You are not your customer, and you never will be. If you can successfully remove this mystery, you will destroy this invisible barrier of skepticism between you and your online audience. And sales will improve, if not come flooding in. That's the dilemma you've got to solve. So let's talk about how to do this, how to overcome this law of the unknown because that's what the next few laws do. Okay? Law of offers was the second one we talked about. So this is number 2. Law of offers. How to make your offer more compelling. According to Russ Henneberry, your product is not your offer. We just talked about that. It's not you. You don't get it. You don't get your customer. It's not your offer. You only have an offer once you add a price to a product or a service. Goods, services, price, offer. One without the other, you got nothing. Okay? If your offer isn't selling, increasing sales could be as easy as making your offer more compelling. And here's 7 suggestions from Russ Henneberry to make your offer more attractive. 1, add payment terms. If your product is priced at, say, $2,000, consider offering a 4-payment plan, all right, of, say, $550, $560. It's not uncommon for marketers to raise the price a little. In this example, that can take you to $2,200 and up, to offset getting paid over time. Now, make sure you check with state laws because that has something to do with that also. Your customers can decide which option they want. Plus, offering choices always appeals to people who may not have the funds at the point of purchase, but they want to buy. Number 2, consider a free trial. The purpose of a free trial is to eliminate risk of the end buyer or end user. Free trials are common with brands that sell software as a service, SaaS, a monthly fee. Free trials are very valuable for products that carry a high risk of return. So if you fall into that category, consider offering a free trial. Vitamin supplements tend to do this too. And they just look at, if they give away the bottle, they don't get any other purchases, it's the cost of doing business. It's built into the retail price. 3, consider bundling your product. Bundling your products with other related products. For example, let's say you're selling a glass water bottle that's good for the environment. How about bundling it with a reusable stainless steel straw? Okay? At digitalmarketer.com, they run bundle deals for their certification course all the time. Here we've got an example of direct response copywriting specialist certification and a customer acquisition specialist certification. Normally $19.90. Here they were taking it at 90% off at $190 for both. Okay? 4, hold a flash sale. A flash sale is a limited time discount, but don't do it too often and don't make it predictable with every holiday or it's no longer a flash sale. Any type of business can offer a flash sale, but the most effective ones are those that discount their prices 50% or more. Okay? Flash sale, keyword flash, got to be a substantial discount. If you don't have enough markup in your product to do this, this one doesn't work so well as our experience. Now, check out, there's an online place at viralsolutions.net/blog and search for the ultimate guide to running flash sales, and we've got that spelled out in there. Number 5. Give away a bonus. So you offer a bonus for a limited time only. The bonus should be something that relates to the product and would be enticing to your target. Make the bonus so sweet that they can't refuse the offer. Hey? Founders got a good example of this, and it talks about that you join today, you get instant access to these 5 bonuses. All right? So check this out. Great example of how bonuses can work. Number 6, contribute to a charitable cause. This is where you're affiliated with a charity and you offer to give a portion of your profits. All right? Tom's, not mine, but Tom's does this with great success because one of their one-for-one programs where you buy a pair of shoes and they give one away to a child in an underdeveloped country. Tom's also expanded this into eyewear, coffee, bags, a whole lot more, all with the sole mission of advancing health, education, economic opportunity for children, and their community's global following. Their brand story focuses on giving to the less fortunate. That's what they're about. And you can see here that that's kind of what's taken place, and this is their standardized offer. Here they're talking about 96.5 million lives impacted and still going. All right? Number 7, offer a guarantee. So a guarantee or a great refund policy eliminates a lot of the risk in the eyes of the buyer. The buyer wants to know that if they open that black box and don't like what's inside, they're not stuck with money lost. Send it back. We'll even refund the shipping. If you don't offer a guarantee, consumers can often think they don't feel confident enough in the value of your product or service, and that leads to doubt and distrust. And I'll check it out later, and they forget about you, right? Nutrisystem is really good at this money-back guarantee thing, and they have an exceptional return policy. You may have a compelling offer, but you could still be struggling to get the sales you need to meet your goals and to build your business. That brings us to the 3rd law of marketing that will help you overcome your consumers' black box thinking. The law of persuasion. How to create an irrefutable offer. The key to getting sales is to get consumers to trust you and feel excited about what's inside that black box that you're selling. Do this by persuading them with your copy and your imagery. This is why great copy is worth a lot of money. Because your prospective customers are not physically handling your product and your offer. Your sales copy is all they have to get a better understanding of your offer. According to Henneberry, the 3 areas of sales copy to focus on can be explained in this acronym: TAP, T-A-P. Transformation, authority, and proof. Let's break those down. Transformation. How does your product and service transform the customer in their life, them view of themselves, how they feel impacted? This before or after. Well, if you've ever visited a weight loss product or a plastic surgery clinic, you'll have seen the power of transformation. Hey, I got one of those. Yeah, I could use some work on that, right? All right, the power of transformation. Now, something this impactful may not apply to your product, but you get the idea. I know you can figure this out. Before and after pictures are all over the internet, and they work really well. Now, Facebook doesn't like them, but they work. You don't need to be selling plastic surgery, though, to apply these principles to your copy. Here's another example. Before and after flooring in a bathroom, around a bathtub tile, okay? Before and after looks. Difference? Notice the tub, faucet, all that is cleaned up and changed the tile. Now, the reason this type of persuasion is so powerful is because you are painting a picture of what customers' lives are like now, the before state, and what they'll be like if they buy and use your product, the after state, also known as transformation. Before state, after state. Before you, after you. Transformation. Remember, when we talked about empathy, 15 minutes ago at least, you must know the hearts, the minds, the pain points of your prospects to be able to adequately paint a picture of what their after states will look like. And this is where the business owner has a problem, because you're usually too emotionally attached to your sales and your product. This is where you need marketing help. This is where you need your salespeople involved. Okay? That's where we talk about building this empathy thing. This is about checking out like our resource at viralsolutions.net/blog and search for customer avatar, buyer persona. You'll find tons of stuff on creating that, and that's how it helps you word all this copy. You see, people don't buy products. They buy how your product will make them feel, how it'll elevate their status, and how it will solve their problems. If you can show this through copy and imagery videos, you'll learn and earn their trust. You'll learn how to gain it, and you will earn their trust, and you will get their money. You've got to transform people. That takes great copy. So this lesson here is all about writing your copy, adding imagery in a way that clearly describes how your product can take prospects from the before state to the after state. Even more important than showing the before is showing the after in a way that appeals to the prospect. It's showing them what life can be like in 3 distinct ways. How their status will be elevated, what they can have, and how they'll tangibly feel. For example, let's take a look at this product called Plated. And it shows the after state of using their product. Beautiful restaurant quality meal. It's also evident in their ad copy where it says, "Make dinner memorable." And the smiling woman, which appeals to the emotions of the prospects and paints a picture of joy. This brand is showing how the product can cook amazing meals. Okay? This product becomes this amazing meal. She makes this amazing meal. and it elevates status and shows what they can have. For less work, that solves the problem. Less work, that's their problem. You got to know their problems. And it'll make them happy. That's that feeling, that tangible feeling, happiness. Authority, transformation, authority. Okay? How qualified are you to sell your product? What makes you so special? I mean, we ask those questions because we believe the world's so populated, so mature, there's nothing new out there. Why should prospective customers believe what you have to say about your products? Remember, the younger generations, they love social and they love testimonials because they don't trust your words. Authority. Why should they believe what you say? Consumers will only trust your words if you show them you have the authority to speak to them. This is especially important if you're selling an online course, a digital product, or an intangible service. There's so many scammers running around the web selling information on how to succeed at something, and they've never succeeded at anything themselves, except for having somebody pay them a lot of money to tell you how to be successful. If you do a lot of background search, bad news. People arrive to these websites already thinking there's a scam. That's the mindset. They come there. Don't believe it. Don't trust it. This is a lie. So you need to do something about all of this to convince them otherwise. That's where authority comes into play. Show off your authority and your experience to earn this trust. Depending upon what you sell, some ways you can do this include the following. A personal picture. If you got a family, show that as well. Websites that don't include photos of real people can make consumers feel skeptical. And they'll know or they'll sense that you're trying to hide something. Include a bio. This is where you want to show off. This is especially important if you're teaching an online course or selling a non-tangible service. Show that what you're capable of servicing the prospect and that they have good reason to believe you are an expert. Now, I'm going to give you a bonus tip here. We actually had this happen. Make sure you check out, when you're thinking of authority, how you put in like contact information. We worked with a client who was incorporated in Texas, mailing address in Georgia, phone number was a Chicago-based number, company in Africa. That was easily traceable just from the footer on the website. You didn't have to do any digging at all. That just, in a legit company, legit organization, doing great things, but to an American citizen, that screams scam. Okay? So, bonus tip, check those things out. When people visit our About page, we want them to feel like they can trust us. We're proud of the experience we offer, and we want our prospective clients to know that we can take good care of them. So, your who we are. Here, this is a recent Viral Solutions who we are. And it talks about being a full-service digital marketing agency and really quick bullet points of our thoughts. All right? That proof continues throughout the Viral Solutions site by talking about certifications, education, experience, beyond just being a marketer. Actually run a business, actually manage people, actually sold things, not just sold what we have. That's great. All right? TAP, P for proof. You can tell people how great you are and even show them your status and life is grand and that it'll be great for them after buying your products. However, nothing works quite as well as showing proof of what you're saying is actually true, and proof by showcasing testimonials. Okay? This company, 659 reviews. Now, reviews are starting to go to where if they're run by the company, posted by the company, they aren't trusted. Third-party reviews are where it's at because people have ruined this whole review thing by being fake. Now, here's some testimonials by Hrefs, and this is really good stuff. I mean, got people's pictures on them, got their full name, doesn't just say Rachel, things like that. They're legit people. By far, the video testimonial will have the most impact on a prospect. Any brand that can take a written testimonial, okay, that's got great weight, nice to have, especially if it's posted via a third-party app. But video testimonial in the customer's words, that's primo. Now, how to increase sales. What you need to know. In this discussion, we talked about the 3 laws of marketing. The law of the unknown, the law of offers, the law of persuasion, and how along with empathy, they can help you drive more sales to your offer. Some main points to remember out of this discussion. The law of the unknown states that your customers are looking at your product as a black box, even if you sell a standardized 2x4. They can't see inside of it. They can't touch it, feel it. They can't flip the 2x4 over. They can't look down it to see if it's not bent. Okay? That creates skepticism. Your job as a marketer is to remove that skepticism with empathy. The right offer and persuasive copy and imagery helps remove the law of the unknown. Number 2 was the law of offers. And we suggested ways to make your offer more compelling. We talked about 7 different ways in this discussion. I'm sure you remember, or just hit rewind. The law of persuasion was the 3rd one. That teaches us how to empathize with the prospect by creating persuasive copy, imagery, using the TAP acronym, transformation, authority, proof. You need some help with this? Been in sales and marketing 30 years, got a large team, highly educated, lots of clients. We've helped double their sales. viralsolutions.net. Thanks for listening. I hope this was helpful. Make it a great day.